Hi, I'm David.
And I'm Rachel.
And welcome to LeisureBit. And today we're coming to you from a lovely country park in North Wales. So let's go and take a look around.
Today we're in North Wales and staying at Rhuallt Country Park. While we're there, Roxy checks out the dog walk and gives it the paws up. We visit the White House and had a lovely meal there. We then head on to Llandudno and then drive round the Great Orme and stop off at the Rest and Be Thankful cafe. And then finally, we head to Llandudno's West Beach, where Roxy had a lovely play on the sand. Let's begin our journey. We leave the A55 North Wales Expressway and head down the B5429 towards Rhuallt. You can see the campsite and the hotel just coming up on the right hand side here. So let's turn in. And now let's go and check in at the warden's office and then head on to our pitch.
So we've arrived at the site and we chose this pitch which I booked earlier. The reason for choosing this particular one, it was slightly cheaper and it would fit the campervan on, which is great. It saved a couple of pounds. Just next to us we've got the facilities block here, and we've got the dishwashing area there, and then we've got the toilet and shower block just in there behind us.
The toilet and shower block was nice and clean and had everything you'd need.
And rubbish and recycling just round that way. It's the rubbish and recycling. Barrier here. You get a code when you check in and just use it on the key fob there to get in and out. See behind me there's some nice scenery on the site. You can see how the pitches are laid out across the site there. Chemical emptying point just down here. As well as doing touring pitches, the site also does seasonal touring and statics. There's a chemical disposal point just here, just behind us there. So we've got the dog walk just round here. And the field behind us has got sheep in it. See all the sheep in the field just behind us there. Don't think I'd fancy falling in that, it looks horrible. So we've now reached the end of the dog walk, but you get a reasonable walk round. It takes you up there, across, and then down round to the site, and it just finishes off here. the spa behind us there, and the cost of it is £20 for 2 hours during the week and £30 for 2 hours on a weekend.
As well as a spa, White House is also a hotel and restaurant. We found it to be very welcoming, and they also allow dogs in the bar area. And we definitely recommend it. Even if you're not staying over at the campsite, it's well worth calling in. Here's a quick look at the food that Rachel and I had. Here's the starter and the main course. Delicious. Roxy enjoyed it too. The next morning.
A little bit annoying that the alarm's been going off on the building since 5 to 6 this morning. It's now about 6:30.
Fortunately, the alarm stopped sounding shortly afterwards. After we'd had our breakfast, we got ourselves packed up and headed on the road, as we had a busy day in store, as we wanted to visit Llandudno and the Great Orme.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Oh, even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
So here we are, we've arrived at the Rest and Be Thankful Cafe on the Great Orme. We were slightly earlier than the time it opens, which is 10 o'clock, so we had a little wander around first, as we were planning on grabbing a cuppa. We enjoyed the drive up the Great Orme, and if you're in the area, it's definitely worth checking out. There is no camping on the Great Orme itself, however you can camp at the Rest and Be Thankful Cafe, which was our original plan, but given the weather it was very, very, very windy, as you can probably see from the video. We decided to stay somewhere a little bit lower down, but we would love to come back at some point and stay over at the cafe. We spotted a few people walking up the Great Orme, which is a fantastic way to keep fit, I imagine, because it's fairly steep in places. And it was nice to see people about. The views were phenomenal, and I imagine on a bright sunny day it would be absolutely epic from here. Throughout the ages, seafarers have looked upon the Great Orme as a serious navigational hazard. Many vessels have come to grief on its wave-lashed cliffs. Probably one of the best known wrecks is that of the brig Hornby, which perished on New Year's Day 1824, and the site of the disaster is known as Hornby Cave and the surrounding cliffs as Hornby Crags. You can follow the Great Orme audio trail and learn more about the Great Orme and the various things that have happened there over the ages. So we're back at the Rest and Be Thankful cafe now. Give you a little bit of a view of the car park there. Again, it's somewhere you can stay over. There is a charge for overnight, and you need to contact the Rest and Be Thankful cafe to book in if you wish to stay there. There's a bed and breakfast at the lighthouse as well. You can just see over the cliffs there if you ever fancied that.
So we were going to spend the night here at the Rest and Be Thankful cafe, but unfortunately, due to the weather, we thought we'd pick somewhere a little bit more sheltered and come back here another time.
Let's head inside the Rest and Be Thankful cafe now to warm up a little bit and grab a coffee, maybe even something to eat. It's a lovely little cafe, and the people were really, really friendly and welcoming, and we're really pleased we stopped there and would highly recommend it. After being suitably refreshed, let's crack on with our journey.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Hey darling, I love it when it's me and you, on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand.
So we've now arrived at Llandudno's West Beach. After a lovely drive over the Great Orme, next time we'll go right up to the top.
So there's no caravans or motorhomes between midnight and 8 AM. Just on the West Beach now, just parked up. If you go a little bit further along down here, there's a car park, but there's actually a height barrier on there. So we've just parked at the side of the road.
When we were there in March, there was plenty of places to park. However, it was outside of school holidays and outside of the peak season. I imagine it gets much busier like we saw last time during the holidays. At busier times, you probably want to be there nice and early, or chance your luck at somebody pulling away and grabbing their space. The tide was in when we arrived and the sea was crashing against the seawall. You can see the main car park there, that's the one protected by the height barrier. It's worth noting there's a number of signs up reminding you to be careful on the shore to make sure that you don't get caught on a sandbank when the sea comes in. If If you watched before, you'll probably know Roxy loves the beach and the sea, and she had an amazing time on the West Beach.
So it was September 2021 when we were last here, and at that time the campervan seemed like it was going to be an age away, and it's fantastic to finally come back and visit. So here we are in Llandudno, and I hope I pronounced that right. Roxy had remembered the beach too, which is great.
After a lovely few hours on the West Beach, it was time to head off for our next campsite. Don't forget to join us next time.
So Rachel, what have you thought?
It's been really good. The weather's been a bit iffy. The site itself's really nice, quite quiet at the moment. The food last night was beautiful. We haven't been in the spa. We didn't go in that because, as you might be able to tell, we're both loaded with cold at the minute, so we gave that a miss. But good. What did you think?
Yeah, it's been really nice. The only niggle was the alarm was going off on the building from 5 to 6 till about 7:30 when it eventually stopped. Other than that, it's been absolutely fantastic. Definitely come back, and as Rachel said, the food was delicious and they made us feel very welcome in the, I think it's the White House Hotel last night. Thank you for watching.
Hope you've enjoyed it.
We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.